And in this tutorial, we're going to show you how to install Dropbox on your MacBook Air and how to use it. And so let's start off with a quick definition of what Dropbox is. Dropbox is free cloud-based storage for any platform, whether it's Mac or Windows. And it's, for me, a really convenient way to do my work from home, school, even on a handheld, and never ever again be tethered to that machine or tethered to a thumb drive or having to email documents back and forth to myself to get to them, because once you put things in this cloud-based storage utility, you're going to find that you never think about that kind of thing again. It's a really convenient way to have all your stuff in one place and never have to worry about transferring it back and forth. So first of all, let's show you how to install on your MacBook. There are a couple ways you can use Dropbox. You can use it certainly through a web browser, but I would highly recommend using the standalone application that you can install on your Mac for free. And so this is how you do it. First of all, I have gone to Dropbox.com in my browser. Simple, one big word, Dropbox. And let's assume you are a new user to Dropbox, and so therefore let's go to sign up. And I'm going to put in my name, just like you would. And it's important to put, your correct email that you use all the time, because this is how you're going to sign into Dropbox when you get the standalone. You sign in by email and then by password. So I'll provide a password and I agree to the terms. And now when I click sign up, it creates an account for me, and actually it begins the download process for me. If you can look down in this bottom left corner, it downloads the application to my computer for me. So once this is done, I'm going to quit out of my browser and then install the application. A DMG on a Mac is a compressed file, and it's typically used for downloading. It'll take a big file, compress it down into a smaller file, and then you can decompress it so that you can install it. So it looks like it's done, and I'm going to quit out of my browser and then head over to my downloads folder and find that compressed file, and there it is, Dropbox. So I'm going to double click on that, and that should install Dropbox for me on my computer. And really, the installation couldn't get any simpler, right? To install, double click the icon above, okay. And it's going to ask you if you want to install it from in this case it thinks, it's kind of protecting you from a suspicious install so that you don't install something that you don't mean to. And should be going through the install here. Welcome back to part 2. Through the magic of editing, we've broken this up into 2 parts. I'm not sure how yours is going to look when you're done installing it. I've already done this, so it did a few things for me kind of on the fly. But let's assume you've installed it and it hasn't launched yet. So you downloaded Dropbox, you went through the installation process, and now you're looking for a technique on how to use it, and in this case even how to launch it. So anyhow, when you download something and you install, in this case, an application like Dropbox, in order to see it, one way to do it is to go to your Go menu and choose Applications. This shows you all the apps that you have on your Mac. So I'm not sure if Dropbox launched for you automatically or not, because yours is going to look a little different than mine because I've already used this application. So if it hasn't launched for you, this is how you get to it. Pretty straightforward. And you'll see Dropbox right here. And if yours already launched for you, you've already seen the opening dialog box. Okay, so this is called your Dropbox setup. First choice, I don't have a Dropbox account, but yes, you do, because you went through the the sign up via the website. So you already have a Dropbox account. And so now when you go to continue, you have to put that email address that you provided before when you went online. Hopefully you remember your password. Your computer's name. This is in this case I'm recording this on my MacBook Pro, my personal machine, but you can put whatever your MacBook Air computer name is right there. And now when you hit continue, it's looking up to that server, and you get 2 gigs for free. And for most people doing mostly word processing, school type stuff, 2 gigs is a lot of space. So, okay, so now it says set up your iPhone, Android, BlackBerry to get your files on the go. Enter your mobile phone number below, and we'll text you a link to get Dropbox on your phone. And if you have an iPhone or an Android-based machine, you can put your phone number in there, and it'll give you a link so that you can easily download the app. If you're not at that point where you want to use it on your handheld, then don't provide it with that right now. You can always go back to the App Store and grab it later. So if you're uncomfortable with Dropbox or you want to do the tour, you can. If you don't, you don't really need to do the tour. I'm going to show you basically how to use it, so I can skip the tour. And I've finished, and now I've got a Dropbox, and I put a shortcut in my sidebar over here. So when you start up your Mac from now on, at the top you'll see a handy little blue cardboard looking box icon, and this shows you what you have in your Dropbox. And you don't have to go up there to see it. If you open up a new Finder window anytime you're on your Mac, so for example, if I click the smiley face down in the corner, that'll give me a new Finder window. And when I use Dropbox, which is all the time, I put everything by using my sidebar. I put everything into my Dropbox by using the sidebar. So let's show you how to use it. For example, let's create a simple word process document and show you how to put it in your Dropbox. Here's Microsoft Word. It's just like any other storage location on your Mac. Think of it like a floating hard drive. It's always available as long as you're on the network in a Wi-Fi zone. And let's create a new file, and let's just call this Dropbox sample. Okay, this could be anything. This could be a lesson plan. This could be an assignment. This could be something that you want to access from a different computer, but it's not a file that you're going to link to a local network that you wouldn't be able to get to unless you were at that network. So, for example, a school. So anyhow, I'm going to click Save, and it's going to ask me where I want to put it. I'm going to put it in my Dropbox and just call it Dropbox Samples Fine for now. And then what happens here is when I quit out of Word, okay, that file is now in my Dropbox folder. Okay, see it? And so what's the big deal? Well, if I install Dropbox on any other computer and I do the same thing I just did here, I'll see the same file. Okay, if I install the Dropbox app on my iPhone, I will be able to get to that same document the same way. So I've got folders in my actual Dropbox that I use, and I create all of my assignments and anything I use for school, and even some of my personal stuff I put in my Dropbox. It's just a great way to keep your stuff handy, and you're never tethered to your local drive. It's always out there for you, and it's a great tool. So if you tinker around with it, this is a great application. I think you'll find it really handy for your schoolwork. So if you have any questions, don't be afraid to shoot me an email or call me, and we'll show you how to use it if you're in need.